Well, if your ride's broke down and looking sad, got a clunker car that's just plain bad, don't you fret, don't you worry, don't you sass. Just bring it on down to Chad's Whiskey Gas. He's Chad, he's wild, he's got the speed, fixing up rust buckets, planting a new seed. In the Whiskey Gas garage, you know it's true. He'll get that old forgotten clunker feeling brand new.
Hey, welcome back to Whiskey Gas Garage. I'm Chad Scott. I'm your host, and it is a cold morning here in Colorado and wet. It's been rained all day yesterday. We didn't get anything done yesterday because we were in the Whiskey Gas driveway. And we're in the Whiskey Gas driveway because we got to move some cars around. But I wanted to start with the R5. You know, I've got to get ready for duct tape drags. Believe me, I get it. It's 2 weeks out. Don't have to, not even going to start leaving for the poverty tour. I'll leave on the 10th to get there on the 11th or 12th or whatever day that I'm going to be in Joplin to head out with Dalton and all the guys and gals going on the poverty tour down Route 66. We're taking our 40-foot prison bus and we're going to be towing this on our trailer and we're going to be racing this down at Duct Tape Drags. Now, as we move down to Duct Tape Drags, we're also going to be selling this. So if you'd like to buy a Renault R5 European spec mid-engine rally car that we're going to be racing down at Duct Tape Drags, you're going to have that opportunity because it's going to be for sale while it's down there. But you're like, Chad, I don't have a way to trailer it back. I'll sell you the trailer we're going to pull it on. That's how easy I am to get along with. So I think we're probably going to let it go for like $5,000. And then if you want the trailer, like $7,000 for both. And then you can just put it on your car, your truck, whatever it is, and pull it back home with you. So we are going to be selling this while we're down at Duct Tape Drags. I don't want to pull it home. And I bought it specifically to race at Duct Tape Drags and take on the poverty tour. So it's going to be your opportunity. Again, pretty good little car. On the inside here, I mean, it is just as clean as it can be. The seats are just, it's almost like new. We spent a lot of time and a lot of money getting this thing right. It's got a great stereo, gauge pods, starts, runs, drives, stops, does everything it's supposed to. 4-cylinder, mid-engine, 1400 cc, clean interior, clean title. I mean, it is just ready to go. I don't think there's anything at all that this car needs to be ready. So clean on the inside. Again, the motor is just super clean, all original. Remember, this is a European spec car, so it's only in kilometers. It's got 85,000-ish kilometers, so 53,000-ish miles. But it is a European spec car. It is not an American spec car, but it is titled in the U.S. and we brought it in from Chihuahua, Mexico. In fact, it's still got Mexican plates on it, which is fine because the Mexican plates are still good. So, but it is going to be for sale, and we're gonna hopefully somebody down there in our social media world wants this car, and while we're on the poverty tour and on Duct Tape Drags, you're welcome to take a look at it. Is it fast? No, it's not fast. Is it going to do 32nd in the quarter mile Duct Tape Drags? Maybe. Well, we'll see. But it is a fun little car. It's clean. It'll be great in somebody's driveway. So we got to do some stuff today. Holden and I, we got cars everywhere, and we got more projects coming. So we're going to take the blue car. We're waiting on a rheostat switch for the fan. Also waiting on the title. I got the title I should have next Tuesday. Then Holden and I are going to put the rheostat switch in. And then after Duct Tape Drags, that one will be ready, and we're taking that down to North Carolina, where Holden's going to hang with his buddies for the weekend, and we're going to give this car to the family that we built it for down in North Carolina before Holden goes off to be smart, be an intelligence officer, analyst in the Air Force. So we're going to get that moved over to storage today. Then we got to come up here. We got to move the Thunder Chicken over here to this side, and we got to get to our trailer. Remember our trailer we built for Duct Tape Drags? We built it really to haul small cars, but to pull this to duct tape drags. So we got 2 brand new tires that I've had for a couple of weeks in the old Whiskey Gas garage here. And then so we're gonna jack him up. We got to put him on the Excursion, jack him up, and then get him ready. Put 2 new tires on it, and then we're gonna use these as our spare tires. We'll carry these in the back of the old bus there when we're going to poverty tour and duct tape drags, which will be like 6,000 or 7,000 miles for us to go from northern Colorado out to Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City, Texas, down Route 66, end up in Tucson, and then back up this way. So I went ahead and got 2 brand new tires. And like I said, if you want to buy this trailer and you want to buy the R5 will be on the trailer for the whole tour. Like I said, you can buy them both, you know, for like $7 grand. You could have the car and the trailer, and they'll just hook it up and pull it away down in Tucson if you want it. So we're going to get that done today and get that cleaned up and get all that moving. And then we just got to get stuff done. We have another project. Holden and I are likely either headed out to Utah or Nebraska or up in Wyoming. There are 3 project cars that we have because, of course, we don't have enough project cars. And oh yeah, we still got the Yugo in there that we need to make the last 2 cuts on in the old Whiskey Gas garage and get that body moved over. So why not have like 8 other projects started before we actually finish the project that we started first? Because according to my wife, I'm a man, and that's the way we do things. So you're gonna love this new project though. I'm not gonna give it away, but it's gonna be a weird one. I will tell you this. Just as I'm going to throw word salad, caddy log or Lincoln log. Huh? What are you building next? I don't know, but it's going to be a weird one. So you guys hang out and hang on. Holden and I are going to do some stuff this morning. We're going to get these tires changed. We got to move a bunch of vehicles around over to our storage lot, and we will see you guys in just a few minutes. All right, so we're at our storage lot. We had to bring the old Bluefuss here, had to come over because we got to make room for Bluefuss here. And this is where we keep our stuff, our toys, our boats, our buses. And while we're here, I got to do a quick fluid check on some of this stuff. You know, guys, just check your fluids. Things tend to blow up. So when I built this bus, when Holden and I did this, we put an old Onan marquee generator in here, and we used this at a show. We did this big corporate gig in Fort Lupton, Colorado last week, and there was no power out there, so we had to use our generator here to run everything. So I'm gonna do a quick check on it. There she is. Well, she's black for sure, and she's just a little bit low, so I'm gonna have to put some oil in her, and may just go ahead and change that before we go to duct tape drags. It's we're gonna be running this generator a lot. There's no power, I think, at the campground at duct tape drags, so we'll start her up, and just when we get in the bus, let her run for a little while, and then when we come back, we'll bring a little oil with us. Does not take a special oil, no matter what they tell you about those. They say use Onan Cummings oil, and that's a joke. Just use whatever oil you have. Turn on the NHRA approved battery cutoff switch. Is it NHRA approved? I don't know. Are you supposed to have one if you're going to race NHRA? Yeah, and I've got one. I'm not sure they're going to let me take that on the track at duct tape drags. Let's see here. I got 2 many sets of keys here. Not that set of keys. That set of keys. So we're gonna go aboard the old bus here, do some quick checks on it, make sure it's fired up. Now, before we go to duct tape drags, I'll take like a half a day and just really get this thing ready to go. Fire up the old generator. See if we get some lighting. There we go. So the generator fires right up, even though it needs a little bit of oil. Let's see here. You know, I've had the power off here for 3 days, and it is still ice cold in here. I've got these big thermal packs in my freezer, and these are still frozen in here. So still got power. Good. We got cold sodas. I don't know what condition I left this, because when we left the show the other night, there's a chance that old Whiskey Chad wasn't sober, and it could have something to do with this. The 27 bottles of whiskey. Now, what I learned in all my experience being the whiskey gas guy is that if you take Jim Beam apple and you mix a little shot of Fireball with it, cinnamon apple. Now, let's be clear. It smells like cat piss. Not gonna lie to you. You mix those two things together, if you don't smell it and you drink it, it's amazing. It's really good. And I'm not a big flavored whiskey guy, but we got these as part of a sponsorship deal, and along with this Jack Daniel's Blackberry, which, as you can see from the nearly empty bottle, yeah, kind of tastes like Robitussin. For those of you who were getting drunk when you were 12 by drinking all the Robitussin in the house, it kind of brings you back to that, although it doesn't have that same sting and after effect that Robitussin has.
So I think they call that lean nowadays.
Lean? All right, I was feeling lean. And this Angel's Envy, now, it's hot. You drink it, it's expensive, and I don't know how we ended up with it, but it just, let's be honest, stuff just ends up on this bus, either from fans at shows, they bring us whiskey. The place where we played, the corporate gig, they gave us 3 bottles of whiskey as a thank you, and so we ended up with a lot of whiskey. And then made this myself down in the basement. Can't tell you what it is, but I can tell you it's 190 proof. No, it's vanilla moonshine that I make in a little 5-gallon still down in the basement of my house. And you are certainly welcome while you're on the old poverty tour, feeling poor, or down at Duct Tape Drags, to come on over to the bus. We will be sampling whiskeys all day long. No beer in the bus. I don't drink beer. I may have some Busch Light because Dalton might come over, and you know he's going to need a Busch Light. But I'm a whiskey drinker, so we're always going to have plenty of whiskey on the bus. And they, quite frankly, didn't leave it in too bad a shape. So I must have been a little more sober than I thought when I was driving this home. So let's go off of here. We got everything we need here. Need to do a quick check on the oil and this thing. And
Fall down.
that's all right. Oil's going to fall down here. Let's see. So this, when I build this table to pop off, my driver's table. You know, and I use only the best PVC, and then that way I can get down here, do a quick fluid check down here. Let's see here. Let me grab a paper towel. I'll probably do a little more thorough check before we get on the road. This oil's got about 6,000 miles on it, but it's right at the task. That's in good shape right there. But I might go ahead and change it before the trip. I'll definitely change it when we get back. If I don't, even though this is cold, it's all over the stick, as I anticipated it would be. 5.9 Cummins, 24 valve, all mechanical. These things run forever, and it's only got 121,000 miles on it now. I think it had about 113 when we built it, but not a whole lot I need to do there. And then this thing just pops back into place. Got to hit the hole. See what I did there? Okay, you got to get...
I heard you had a hard time doing this.
Yeah, if I did, you wouldn't be here. All right, so we've got that taken care of. We'll just leave. I'm gonna turn the... It's really convenient to be able to run your generator from the dash of the truck. And when we built this, I put that on for that very reason. And this black walnut, all this black walnut wood came from my farm in Kentucky that Holden and I still own and will own until he's dead, which could be Thursday, or if he doesn't fall out of the back of the truck. All right, let me see here. That'll take care of all that. I think I'll do a quick cold start on it too. I haven't done a cold start in a long time because it hasn't been cold, but it's 40-some degrees out this morning. One of the tricks on these old Cummins, 5.9s. You know, they've got glow plugs, as you would imagine. Cycle them a couple of times. I haven't had it plugged in here at the old storage lot. So I want to cycle it a couple of times and see how it'll do on a cold start. They're not great when they're not plugged in, especially in the cold winters of Colorado. But we cycle it a couple of times. It says wait to start, and when it gets done, we'll see if she fires up. It's like she's supposed to. Sounds like a 5.9 Cummins diesel. I'll let that run for just a few seconds, get that oil circulating, get it spit up. That way when I come back with the R5, I'll check it again. Doesn't look like it needs any oil, but we'll definitely bring some back and put in the generator. Does just fine. That's the thing about these old buses. They're, you take, you know, even halfway decent care of them, they're going to take good care of you. Since we built this, I guess we put, you know, roughly 7, 8, 9, 10,000 miles on it while we were on our first tour. And then I took it down to Branson, Missouri for my reunion with my Coast Guard class. And then we're going to take it another 6,000 or 7,000 miles on the poverty tour, and then back up here dragging the R5 behind it. So y'all hang in, hang out, and hang on. We'll see you in a few minutes. All right, plan of attack. You know, the more I watch YouTube and I see all these guys turning wrenches, and it's not the turning wrenches, it's the hard part. It's the logistics, it's getting parts, it's finding cars, it's moving stuff, it's waiting for parts to be delivered. That's the hard part of being on YouTube, is doing all this crap. So we're giving you kind of that view this week. Yeah, we're still going to be cutting up the Yugo, we're going to be doing all the other stuff, but you got to get crap done to get crap done. So right now I got to get the Excursion backed up. We got to get the tires changed on the trailer. So Holden and I are going to change it, put 2 new tires on the trailer and get that done. And then we got to put the R5 on the trailer, take it over to the storage lot to get it ready for duct tape drags, because we're just going to slap it on the bus. Then we'll bring it here the day before we leave. So y'all just hang on. Holden's going to do what Holden does, and we got to get this stuff moved. So Holden's going to try to guide me to, this is an old Excursion, no backup camera, but I do have a cassette tape adapter that's Bluetooth. So I really have everything a man needs to listen to his George Jones while he goes down the road. So, and then I'm trying to get all this done this week. Wifey and I are heading out to Deadwood in South Dakota, going up to the Badlands. Tomorrow, gonna have a lot of fun staying in the Seth Bullock Hotel. For those of you who watch Deadwood, that was one of the characters. He was the sheriff on Deadwood. Going up there, apparently it's haunted. Looking forward to that. So we're going up there and doing that this weekend. So got to get all this stuff done. So y'all just hang on. See how close he got us. 17 miles away. It's just, you realize, Holden, that this has to go in here,
I'm
right?
well aware.
Oh, okay, just wanted to make sure that we were on the same
Just a little further away than I thought. It's kind of hard to film and do this at the same time.
World, I can take you out and make another one look just like you.
No,
I'm
you
just gonna
can't.
pull up a little bit and we'll slide it over.
I don't think you actually can, but
Yeah.
I was pretty sure we could just pick it up from where it was before, so that's why.
Well, the challenge is that we got those chocks.
Yeah, you're right.
So bring me back a little closer to it.
All right.
Get it?
I think that's close enough.
Yeah. We go get a little WD-40. Thing tends to hang up on there. It's just an old habit. If I don't grease my balls, sometimes can't get my thing off of it. Implying that whatever you will. You gotta grease your balls at least once a day. Probably not that often. I'm married. I'd come back about an inch. Maybe I should get a backup camera.
Might be a little easier than relying on the eyeball of a.
The pseudo cameraman.
Yeah.
Come on, drop on there. Wiggle it.
You just slipped the chalks there that time.
What's that?
You just slipped the chalks.
I'm not on it, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Ah.
Stop. It.
I got it.
Sure.
Damn thing. Ah.
Maybe that should be our next project. Instead of the Lincoln log, putting a backup camera here. Excursion.
Or maybe teach our son how to back us up.
That's also probably helpful. That might work.
See, unlike YouTubers that would edit this stuff out, we're going to show you the real pain in the ass that some of this stuff is. There we go. You're saying, Chad, why do you only have one chain? Because there was only one chain on it. Let's see. We're all about safety here at the Whiskey Gas Drive. Now hold on, I'm gonna back this up like an inch. Now I want you to pull those chocks out of both sides.
Gotcha.
If I can pull it down a little bit, we can get a jack on this thing. All right.
So I can pull that truck without even.
Get the chocks on both sides.
Yep.
All right, you got that brick?
Yeah,
All right,
bricks
I'm gonna
up
pull
too.
it down a little bit.
To our neighbor's garden because I do not want to get hit in the shin by that thing.
All right, now we're gonna get a jack on this thing. We're gonna change these tires out. We'll set this up on the tripod, hold do the old time lapse, and we'll see you in 36 seconds. I don't know how long it'll be. We'll see then. Always set your parking brake. Always set your parking brake when you're gonna load something. Now this is a fancy trailer. We built this fancy. It's got all kinds of screwdrivers and whatnots and all kinds of stuff on it. And apparently leftover tools that we didn't take off of it. Glad we didn't go far. These are really just holding on the ramps. We're not using it. You got a bigger car. We'll use these back ones and hold all four wheels on. The R5 will get by with just the little front ones. Won't be any problem. I always use a locking pin here. It's just for safety. I like when you're out on the road, it'll keep people from stealing your trailer. I mean, yeah, if they want your trailer, they're gonna steal it. But when you're out on the road, it'll normally keep people from stealing it. Plus, it's just good security knowing. Poles for, but we got it. So we
But it's sad. I don't think I've ever seen that pole on there before.
And these things weigh about 10,000 pounds. They're way too heavy, but if you remember, we found these at a pull-apart junkyard. And we got the axle and a lot of this scrap steel in this for like 200 bucks. And these ramps. All right, we got all those pulled out. Now hold it. You're up there. Guide me on. Make sure that my wheels are pretty flush with these ramps.
Gotcha.
Because I know you're trying to film and do official work, but don't let me roll off this thing.
Gotcha. Okay, there you go.
I'm gonna move over to this other seat, and then you're gonna open the door. Because my fat rear end is what keeps us from getting out this door. So I'm gonna move over here, you're gonna open the door, then I'm gonna get out.
Got you.
There's a plan. I'm not gonna Bo Duke it through this window at 60 years old, but I have. All right, hold on.
That one I can confirm. He has done that before.
Easy, easy, make sure it's gonna open. There we go.
Had to push down a little bit with my foot.
Yeah, it's got its things. I don't know what this is. Oh, that's the radio adjuster thing. Okay. Do a little spray paint on that. Clearly we have done this before. Ah. All right, she's all good. Oh yeah. Clears like a dream. Well, maybe a nightmare, but it clears.
It certainly does one of those things.
There's a knuckle back here on this side that you got to drop this wheel behind to get it to center in. Needs a little more bracket. I'm a fan of these quick snap brackets, and I got them at Harbor Freight. I wasn't sure I was going to like them, but they're pretty good. They hold it in there pretty nice. Remember, don't tighten her down until you get your other one put on. I like to put as much weight as I can towards the front. Because this is single axle, but I did take the axle, which is a 3,000 pound axle anyway, and then I welded plate steel all the way around the axle. So it's probably, you know, probably handle 5,000 pounds pretty easily, I would imagine. That other one was on the third, but this one on the third one back. Make sure that's all down, and it is. Then just double them up. The inside, I've got the parking brake set, and I've got it in gear, so that'll hold it. And really, I could go ahead and put these back ones on, and I don't know, maybe I will. You don't need to. You honestly don't. That's going to hold it just fine, but for safety's sake, we might go ahead and put these back ones on. For safety's sake, because that's what I'm known for, is safety. Let me get some hooks. Let's see, let me get a couple of extensions. I've got these extra little quick locks. They lock right into these tracks, and they're good to have if we need them. I don't know if we'll need them or not. To be perfectly honest, I've never hooked all 4 of these on here. Let's see here. Probably hook this up here, maybe. Again, lots of overkill for the R5, but remember, this could be your R5. You could be the one buying this from me at Duct Tape Drags, and you'll probably want to know if I took good care of it or not. And the answer will probably be, yeah, kind of. So let's see here.
I would say a hard maybe.
Yeah, hard maybe. I don't think that's gonna be, there's just not enough room to put that on there. Let's put these rams up first, and then we'll worry about that.
Yeah, those second ones were more for the Big Blue, right?
Yeah, they were for Big Blue.
Just because that one was a little bigger.
We may just use them for what we used them for before, and that's to hold these ramps in place. Not that you need them, but because we did over-engineer and design that system to hold those ramps, both from the side, the front, and the back. I noticed it popped up a little when we drove on it.
Yeah, it popped right in the bottom.
Yeah.
It's because the thing does not lay flush with the ground.
Physics.
It's because that end is a square and not a triangle. It kind of kicks it up a little bit.
Yeah. No, I wonder if I don't even think we need to do that. What do you think? Think we need those rear ones?
Probably not.
I don't think so either.
We took it from...
I mean, the ones you get from U-Haul, they've only got front ones. And this is as good a trailer, though shorter, than that one is. But I do want to go ahead and put these across so we can at least use them to secure our racks in place. So we'll see, it seems like we did this through here, didn't we? And then we just brought this all the way over to here. These eye hooks were already on the steel, so I left them. Now I'm glad I did.
You mean that was intentional, completely?
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Thank you for clearing that up. Put these back in here. Remember to take them off before we speed away.
You didn't even attach that one.
I didn't even detach it.
Toss those right in the back of the truck again.
Yeah, I'll put them back in the truck. I don't guess I'm going to use them, but I am going to stick them in the bus because we'll take them with us. Because who knows? Maybe we sell the R5, we keep the trailer, and while we're there, we buy a Volkswagen Beetle. We buy a TR7. We buy a Yugo. I'm gambling I'm going to be the only Renault at Duct Tape Drags. The only guy with enough cojones to bring a Renault to duct tape drags and try to race it down the drag strip. Takes cojones or semi-intelligence.
You're gonna say that, and someone's gonna see this and immediately go, you know what? I might buy one for myself just to prove this guy wrong.
That's exactly right. After seeing it tear down the dragway at nearly 100 kilometers an hour, I'll tell him it'll do 100. I'll leave out the kilometers an hour part until you know, we have to tell that story. That's of course right here where that is. That's not convenient.
If it's not difficult, you didn't try hard enough.
There you go. I like that. That'll hold. Now that our ramps are on, they're double secured, and that's on, that's on, and I think we're secured. That feels pretty tight. Yeah, I mean, that is super tight right there. Spare feels good in there. Now that we got a spare tire. So, trailer's got new tires on it. It's good to go-ish. So, we're gonna head out, Holden and I are gonna head out to the old storage yard, drop this off in front of old Bluey there, set her down on the ground, and then we'll be right back with you.
Let's see if my backing prowess is any better than it was about 30 minutes ago. I think I did better the second time. What do you think?
What do you mean, backing it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, we got them a little close, but that's all right. You know, we bought Old Blue, so it matched the trailer and all our riding on the boat. That's the reason we bought Old Blue, so it matched the boat. No. Yeah, I believe I'll be fine. Let me put some chocks. You know, for a home built trailer, this thing pulls great, especially one that I home built because I'm a terrible welder, and welding this thing together was a challenge for me. But it looks like we need to put a little air in these tires. I forgot to check them when they came from, because they shipped them. We bought them for like, I don't know, 80 bucks a piece. They came tire and rim together. but they're just a hell of a lot better, a lot more tread. He's got pretty good tread, but the other one's got a little bit of dry rot on it. So we'll stick with this one. Let me chalk these tires because I know it's a little downhill. Oh God, old RV chocks weigh a bajillion pounds.
Pretty sure that means they ain't gonna move.
They ain't gonna move no places. That's super tight there. Okay, look at the brick.
The brick.
Chalk block. Keys to the other side.
Chain. Making sure you don't do this entire process and then pull the trailer off anyway so that chain's still attached to your car.
Yeah, that would be bad. But that's what safety chains are for. You know, Whiskey Gas Garage are all about safety third. One thing you don't want is your trailer to fly off. And then you have to deal with that drama. So we're on the way over here, and there's a work crew as we're pulling out. This guy goes, "I like your little car." And I said, "Thank you, man." I said, "If I let you drive it, would you drive it?" He goes, "That's a race car. I drive that motherfucker." That's exactly how he said it. Hold on, am I wrong?
He is not wrong.
Now, I don't know exactly what 2 words he was trying to say, because you know me, I'm a PG guy, trying to keep it clean. But he said those words, and I'm not sure exactly what those words were, but he knew what he was saying. Again, if somebody wants to steal your trailer, they're going to steal your trailer. Even in a secured lot, you know, where you have to punch numbers to get in and all that kind of stuff. But it never hurts to make them work for it. So I like to throw this back on there, and I'll keep the key on the old bus. I should probably just tell you guys where I keep the keys, because, you know, so one of you can come steal this thing. So put these on the bus. When we built the old bus, we built a garage. You know, I tour all over the country on this bus with my band.
I cut the video off, so it's gonna be a cut here, but
That's all right.
it's restarted now, so
Oh, there you go.
as it's filming.
So back here, I've actually got a 5-foot garage, the width of the bus. And I don't think you guys have ever seen this, but water heater, 55-gallon water tank, and then over here on this side, bring them over here, hold it, is all the electrical panels. And so we've got, you know, double throw, double pole for the generator if we're plugged in, our starter battery for our generators back here. And right now, that's all our Bose gear from the shows that we had this past weekend. I won't be traveling with all that, but also our spare generator. I hear that train a-coming. It's rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Time keeps dragging on. All right, so there's that. So here you go. I'll get it back to you, H. Our license plate, of course, is Folsom 5. So I'll put that up there. These in here. Get my keys out. See, clearly that's got a good secure lock on it. Just come steal my stuff. All right.
You know, with how easy this fence looks to climb, it shouldn't be that bad.
I forgot to get the stuff for that. The oil, we'll look at it next time. I want to put these keys on the bus. Did I bring the bus keys? No, didn't bring the bus keys. So let's see here. I'll put these keys battery tray, which is also locked. Turn off our battery switch so nobody steals it. Nothing left to do there. That's off and secure. Let me see if I can actually shut these doors. See if I can lock these. I'll double check to make sure I've got keys to these doors. I'm pretty sure that these work because perfect. So that's locked up. Can't do that. Let me lock the back here. All right, that's locked. And that's locked. And that's locked. All 4 doors there, 2 doors there. That's locked. It's more work doing little crap like this than it is cutting into cars and turning wrenches, but you got to do all this to get to the good parts. So y'all hang in, hang out, hang on. I appreciate you watching this episode. This could very well be the end of it, and then there could be some more. I have no idea where we're going this week, but I do know that me and Mama are going to Deadwood tomorrow for the weekend. Gonna hang out, gonna celebrate, gonna leave Holden at home with the dogs, the cats, and the chickens. So we come home and hope that we still have dogs and cats and chickens, and that Holden doesn't sleep 28 hours a day. So we'll see you all later. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna throw the biggest party ever.
Well, if your ride's broke down and looking sad, got a clunker car that's just plain bad, don't you fret, don't you worry, don't you sass. Just bring it on down to Chad's Whiskey Gas. He's Chad, he's wild, he's got the speed.